Hello, my name is Sami, and I'm going to tell you about persecution of non-Jews and some other topics included. Hitler decided that the Jews who made up about 1% of Germany were to blame for Germany's loss of World War I and made them into a convenient fall. Jews had lived in Germany peacefully for a long time and had made positive contributions to the culture. Suddenly their fact about them changed. Hitler began talking about the Jews as if they were a disease, something that needed to be wiped out, and while the Nazis saved the worst treatment for the Jews, they also persecuted many Christians who were believed to be enemies of the government as well as gypsies and other groups considered unfit for the new German Empire. He made statements that blamed the Jews for the problems Germany was having. They were forced to wear a yellow star and sent up to concentration camps. Hitler created the myth that the Jews were a race as well as a religion. Hitler's policy was that all members of the groups he labeled as undesirable needed to be killed in order to have a perfect country. In 1941, Germany launched Operation Barbarossa, the invasion of the Soviet Union. In the following months, they won a series of battles of encirclement. About 3.3 million of the prisoners of war died in German camps, 2.8 million of them in the short period between the start of Barbarossa. About 500,000 escaped from the camps or were freed by the Red Army. About 1 million were taken as forced labor when manpower shortages started to hit the German economy. Finally, about 930,000 more were found alive in the camps after the war. Some were shot or gassed. Many people were killed in prisoners of war transit camps and prisoners of war camps by starvation, disease, and exposure. Prisoners were kept inside and then left in the open with little or no food, sanitation, or shelter. Communists in Russia are the second powerful political force in the country. The Communist Party of the Russian Federation is mostly recognized as the successor of the Communist parties of the Soviet Union. The party is represented in 81 regional divisions and it has 156.528 members. In the 19th century, Russia was the largest country in the world. The population of the empire was extremely diverse and included people from a lot of conquered nations, and many people called themselves Russian. By the end of the 19th century, this country was on the edge of a huge change and suffered from overpopulation. Males from all nations were persecuted, tortured, and executed. Hitler found suspected homosexuals that were sent to concentration camps wearing their SS uniforms and medals. The homosexual immigrants were forced to wear pink triangles on their clothes so they could be easily recognized and further humiliated inside the camps. Between 5,000 to 15,000 homosexuals died in concentration camps during the Holocaust. The Nazis decided that it was a waste of time and money to support the disabled. The Nazis began to kill 10,000 of disabled, retarded, and mentally ill Germans who were considered racially harmful. At the end of the 19th century, there was about 5,500,000 Jews living in Russia. All Russian Jews were forced to live in what became known as the Pale of Jewish Settlement. In 1881, there was a wave of pogroms in Russia against the Jewish community. This led to a large increase in Jews leaving Russia. Of these, more than 90% settled in the United States. Here you can see the map of the Holocaust with some information about the persecution. These are the sources that we use to find our information. Thank you.